Hi guys, it's time to check out another one of my 118 scale diecast cars. This time the Maisto's Porsche Carrera GT concept. I do have the production version and I actually made a video where I compare the production version, the concept version. So if you're wondering the differences, go and check out the comparison videos, and if you want to check out the production version, go check out the review too. But right now we're going to be checking out the concept version right here. I actually bought the concept version first, not thinking it was a production version, and then I bought the production version because I thought it would be pretty amusing to have both of them. And personally, I don't really like the concept version. I think it looks a little bit worse than the production version. I mean, the rims and the design, and it's actually way too tall. I'm not sure if the actual car is like that or if the only the model is like that. But yeah, I don't really like this one compared to the production version. But so I was thinking about selling it. But one reason I didn't actually sell it is because this car, it has a really good quality. If you know what I'm saying. I was actually quite surprised by the quality, and I personally think it's one of the best quality models Maisto ever made. And we're going to check out what I'm talking about. So let's start with the front. From the front, the car itself seemed spectacular, if you can call it like that. From the headlights, there's no pegs inside them, like most Maisto cars. As you know, Maisto has pegs inside them, but they pushed the peg to the far end and made the headlight really clear. So the headlight looks really nice, and the quality is definitely better than most Maisto cars. And if you take a look down there, the car is actually quite simple. There's not much grills or air ducts, stuff like that. But you can see that the chrome grills are made quite nicely, and the fog lights, although they have pegs inside them, are made out of plastic. I mean, those painted on fog lights really annoy me, like the Challenger and the Mustang. Yeah, so the front was actually quite impressive in the fog lights, the grills right here, and the headlights. And unfortunately, the Porsche logo is just painted on. I mean, just stickered. But I'm not even sure this car should have a plate logo because it would look completely weird. And then let's take a look at the trunk. Like the production version, the Porsche Carrera GT concept has a trunk in the front, but it's actually a little bit different. The production version had this white weird thingy in it, but it's just black, and it's actually quite limited the space, as you can see. But you know, concept cars are never going to be going on the street, so there's no exactly point in judging the trunk of this car. But it seems quite small, as you can see right here. But it's you can see the soundproof thingy on the back of the hood right here is quite well made. I mean, it's just amazing that it is made in the first place. And so yeah, I thought this was a little bit different, better, let's say, than the other Maisto models. Jesus, what's wrong with this thing? Let's take the car to the side. Like I said, I don't exactly like the rims too much on this car. I think the production version's rims look much more better. I mean, it looks really old and primitive, so I don't really like the rims. But the disc brakes are really nicely made, as you can see right here. Yellow Porsche disc brakes. Yeah, it's a really nicely well made disc brakes. And if you go into the engine, the interior is actually also very impressive. It looks something like this. I mean, it's very easy to see because it's a convertible. And it doesn't have much dials or screens or stuff like that. But you can see the speed theometer, there's a sticker on it, clearly made. And the seats, they're not just hard kind of plastic, they're not in just one piece, I think. It feels a bit different. I really like the seats. And of course the Porsche logo on the Carrera GT logo on the door. Yeah, so the interior is also extremely well detailed for this car. And I was really impressed with it, actually. I think The interior is really nice. Let's take the car to the back, and the front and the side was good, alright. But there is a lot of cars like the C8, I think, and the SL that has good interior and good front, but the back is really what separates this car from other Maistos. First of all, the spoiler goes up. The production version didn't, which quite disappointed me. But the concept version does, although it's very small. You can hardly tell, but still it's better to have a working spoiler than a non-working spoiler, right? The outdoor version has a full spoiler, but this is a concept version, so I'm not even sure the spoiler goes up that way. And the engine is really something to talk about. I like to take some time to admire the engine. It looks like that. Now, as you know, Maisto has a really annoying habit of making one-piece engines, which is a slab of plastic with stickers and stuff like that, patterns. But this one, it's not. As you can see, they use separate parts for here. I mean, let's go down a little bit. Here. They use all different parts. And not only do they use plastic, but metal for parts here and springs for here. You can really tell Maisto put a lot of effort into creating the engine of this concept car. It really pays off. The engine is really splendid, and it just gives me pleasure of seeing how Maisto can actually be good. So that's why I actually didn't sell it, because of the engine details. And also because I would have gotten a good price for this thing. Unfortunately, the Carrera GT logo is just stickered. And the headlights, the rear lamps, has pegs inside them, but there's this little patterns, you can call it like that, inside the headlights. So I think it kind of makes up. And down here, we have the mufflers, really nice made. Not just chrome, but separate parts with metal and plastic, which is really nice because it's a really nice muffler, as you can see right here. Yeah. Separate parts for the muffler, which is quite impressive. And there's this thing, like the production version. Although I think it's better because you can actually kind of see the engine inside if you look quite well. Yeah. Overall, I think this was... I don't know what to say about this car. I don't really like it because of the design. But the quality really is good. So, if you... I don't actually suggest this car because it's so ugly. I think you'll be better off with the production version or the outdoor Porsche Carrera GT. So, just as you know, it doesn't okay quality, but so ugly, right? In my opinion. So, don't get this car. The quality will definitely impress you, but the design, I have something to say about. So this was it. I'm a little bit tired right now, so the video, I'm a little bit tired, so the video might be a little bit short, but this was the Maisto Porsche Carrera GT concept review. Now I have very few models to review, so we'll be getting back to GT racing too when we're finished with these cars. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and check in for more, guys.